Well, the Ford family is a close-knit one, with the mayor admitting he hid the crack cocaine secret from everyone, including his brother. His family is now speaking out exclusively to CP24. And CP24's Stephen LeDrew joins us now live from Etobicoke. Stephen.
Hi, Stephanie, and thank you very much. I am in Etobicoke at the home of Diane Ford, the mayor's mother, and Kathy Ford joins us, the mayor's sister. And thank you very much for joining us tonight. And your daughter called me, and we started talking this afternoon. I said, well, you have a good story to tell. And so I'm glad that you have the opportunity to meet with us to tell that story, because there's a lot of reaction to what your brother, what your son, the video today. And let's just talk about that video. He said afterwards, he said, obviously in that video I was totally inebriated. How did you react? You're obviously disappointed.
Thank you, Stephen. First of all, I really appreciate you listening to me. I was so angry. I guess before this, first of all, at Rob, my brother, I love him to death. I will support him to his dying day. It's, my dad always said, united we stand, divided we fall. And we have lived by that as a family. And it's hard sometimes. But to see the people jumping on the bandwagon and the people that did not support him and just taking this for all it's worth. Robbie is not a drug addict. I know, because I'm a former addict, or an addict if you would want to say. Mm-hmm. And as an alcoholic, if you want to consider binge drinking once every 3 months and you get totally plastered, which he just makes himself a fool out of himself, and I've even asked him to leave my home at one time I saw him. Mm-hmm. Fine. But he has done so much other things than this. And it seems that he has nobody, I mean, unfortunately, yes, this has all come out and it's horrible. And the first person that was upset was my mom. And I've always said, well, you know, Mom, he's human. Kathy, he's the mayor. And that is what we have to respect. And we have a lot of people that supported us.
Well, you know, yes. I mean, he is a public figure.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And you understand that, as you just said, as Kathy said. Mm-hmm. He's the mayor.
Yeah, he is the mayor.
So you've obviously had some words with him over the last few weeks. Mm-hmm. And we were chatting. I mean, let's just be candid and frank here. We were chatting before the cameras were turned on, and you said that you stand by him, of course.
That's no, it's not acceptable behavior. He is the mayor of the city, but he knows that better than anyone. No, but you know, to err is human, but to forgive is divine. And we all err, but here there is no forgiveness. I haven't heard anything. I mean, yes, his followers, and he has a very hardcore, which is wonderful, followers and supporters.
He won the election.
Yes, he did, by a large majority. And I think a lot of them are still out there, and they do forgive. But forgiveness isn't in the eyes of the media right now.
Well, let's talk about that, because first of all, as you say, he's a public figure. Mm-hmm. Politics is a tough game. As someone said, you know, what was going on in Ottawa the other day, it's like The Sopranos, only without guns.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's a tough game, and it's tougher on families around, because you know, your son is a strong character.
Yes,
he knew the game. He's not you know, an innocent. He knew the game he was getting into. It's harder on sisters and moms who did not volunteer to get into politics.
No. Yeah.
So you must feel you know, terrible when your son's under attack.
Well, I do, because I know, like Kathy said, all the good that he has done, that's all been overlooked. It's never been mentioned at all, and it's just so hurtful to the family, and so hurtful to me as a mother. And I guess there's a lot of mothers out there who, you know, feel the same way. You know, we've all had children, we've all had problems in our family, and unfortunately, Rob is the mayor. But, you know, he is not without fault. And the pressure that has been put on to him since day one, since he was elected, is not fair. It is not right. And he's not only hurting, he's hurt himself. We all know that. but there's nothing that he can't recover from, and he will recover.
And
I know he
won't.
will.
Sorry, Mom.
Yes.
And what?
And he won't resign. And I don't want him to.
Well, that's what you said that, and you said that when we were chatting before.
Yeah.
You say he's not going to resign.
No.
No.
And he's going to tough it out.
Yeah, he did what he did. He made a mistake. He's admitted to the mistake. Not a nice one, but he's done it. But he's been to work every single day. He has not. I mean, people want to say that, oh my goodness, he's ignoring council, or he's ignoring his job at City Hall. He isn't. He's not. Every single weekend, he was at every parade. I say, come on, when are you coming over for dinner? Oh, I can't, Mom. He's so busy.
But Diane, as you just said, you said he made a mistake, and so he had owned up to that the other day. There were 2 press conferences, and I mean, people were just saying, digesting it. Torontonians were digesting it, and there was a lot of debate over it. And then today, this afternoon, there was another video. Don't know. I mean, the Star put it out there. Don't know who took it.
No.
We don't know where it was taken or the circumstances. And your son came out. Your brother came out, ashen-faced. So he's embarrassed. He's he's humiliated.
Son, I don't think
It's a tough thing for you to go through.
No, it is very tough. But he has the strength of character. You know how much it took for him to come out and say that? I mean, that
Nobody
was...
could
So let me ask the question that a lot of people are asking is, and you said he's not a drug addict.
No, absolutely not. He couldn't function if he was. He couldn't accomplish the things he has.
Do you think he has an alcohol problem?
Well, some people say you're an alcoholic if you binge drink once every 3 months and you just drink and bleed, what is it, out of your mind or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Other people say if you have one every night before dinner, you're an alcoholic. It depends what you want to consider an alcoholic.
Absolutely.
Okay? So, and Robbie does not drink every night, and he does not drink one. When Robbie drinks, I think he just goes full tilt.
You told me this afternoon on the telephone that's not part of your family culture.
No, absolutely not.
They weren't raised that way at all.
No.
So it's not as though,
No, and being the youngest and watching all the rest of us grow up. And I'm not saying that we were bad or anything, but I'm just saying, Okay, Mom.
No, but you know what? I mean, there's a lot of moms and dads watching now, brothers and sisters watching.
Sure.
And your son Doug said it the other day when he said, it's almost a biblical thing. He didn't say this, but he is without sin cast the first stone.
That's right.
And so lots of people are watching now saying, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
There could be an occasion or 2 or 3, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where you'd say, smarten up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I understand that you said that to him.
I did.
Diane?
I did. Yeah.
And when you said, Steve, let's get Doug over, and I said, oh God, no. I feel so sorry for Doug. He has backed Robbie, I mean, immensely. And when Robbie just came out, but that's the way Rob is. And, and Doug knows that. I just thought Doug needs time to chill out and just cool down because he's hot. And I don't blame him. I really don't. But when it all comes down to the bottom line, he will be there for Rob, because these mistakes, they aren't everyday mistakes. And it isn't like he is, and it has affected his work. Everybody, all the people that don't support Rob, and they've all jumped on the bandwagon. And they're just letting him have it. And this is what made me, I couldn't get the number out of I was like, trying to get through to you, Steve. I was crazy. Thank God I didn't get through to you the first day. Today I did. And then when we talked, and, I had other people phoning me and all different stations, and I wanted you, and because you are fair. And
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, Diane, there was a family meeting here last Friday. I've heard you described as the matriarch of the family, a very strong woman.
Definitely.
I know that from chatting with you that you are. And I'm sure that you talked to your son about how we should deal with this.
Yes, we did.
Is there anything you
And
can
I
tell
did.
us? I don't want you to reveal secrets, but I mean, you said he's not a quitter.
No. We, he talked, we listened. I talked, they listened. And we all had our say.